this was supposed to be such a simple video. Uninstall Dyna Piggyback, install boot mode, just like I've done on my BMW M3, flash it, do a before and after comparison review, and it just has gone anything but that. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for tuning in. Welcome to another mod. There is always a certain landmark for a certain platform, and today's the day for the X1 and X2, and that is because there is now a flash available to flash tune your car from your garage. And this has been a long time coming. It's been available for different B46 and B48 engines, specifically like Mini Cooper, but they never quite announced it specifically for the X1 and X2. So why am I flashing? I have the Dyna Piggyback tune. That has served me well for a number of years and thoroughly enjoyed it. There's been a bunch of videos out there doing 0 to 60, and it is a great bang for the buck. Piggybacks, they do serve its purpose, but like every platform, a piggyback is always first to the market. And it's because it's easier to manufacture, it's cheap, inexpensive, and they're always first. After that, usually comes some type of flash to the ECU. And that's usually when you have to take your ECU out, ship it to somewhere, they'll bench flash it, and then they'll ship it back to you, and then you reinstall it. Then the third thing is when you can flash your ECU without removing it, without shipping it anywhere, and doing it from the comfort of your own home. And Bootmod has finally released that for the X1 and X2. I am looking forward to that. We're gonna take the Dyna Piggyback out. I'm gonna give that to someone who I'm sure will thoroughly enjoy that. But it's time to flash the X1. And to do that, all you need is a phone or a tablet. You will need some type of Ethernet cable, Ethernet, and if you're doing it from your phone or tablet, then a Ethernet to, this is for iPhone, iPad, so Ethernet to Lightning adapter. So that's it. I am gonna hook up a battery tender to the X1 just because the first time you flash, it's just a little bit longer than the secondary or third or fourth if you flash more in the future. So the first time you flashed, it's always a little bit longer. I personally have had I've had good luck with my M3. Not hooking up a battery tender, I've only gotten kind of burned one time and I still got lucky. But for the sake of recommending what Bootmod and other companies recommend, they do recommend hooking up a battery tender. I will say after the first time, you can probably get away with it because it's only like a minute to 2 minutes long, but the first time it might take a couple minutes. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, but then we're gonna hook up Bootmod, flash with a stage 1 map, and do it before and after, as always, to see what kind of power we gain. Here we go. All right, for all my videos, I'll leave a link in the description below, but this is the battery tender that I've used on my F80 M3 when I was flashing CarPlay. This is the Noco Genius 10. I like it because it provides 10 amps. But the main thing is those different types of batteries. So for my M3, I need lithium. For the X1, the F48, you need the AGM. It does various 12 volts, you can even do 6 volt. But this is really cool. I'll leave a link in the description below, as long for the Ethernet cable and the Lightning to Ethernet adapter as well. So I'm gonna hook this up now. It's gonna go to, you take this red cap off for the positive, here's your negative terminal, and then we're gonna plug it in, just make sure we have a good maintained battery level while we flash. So hooking up battery tender is very similar as if you were doing jumper cables, but just to kind of show you, we'll take this red cap off here and go to the red, and our black to our negative terminal, which is this pole sticking up right here. And basically what you're doing is you're working your way backwards. So you start here, and I like to give them a little wiggle, make sure they're not going to fall off. So that's good, that's good. You're going to take your pigtail. Your pigtail is going to go to the other pigtail on the Noco Genius 10. You take this little cap off and this cap off here and plug that in. All right, and then once again, you're just working your way back. This comes with pretty good length cable, which is nice, and this is going to plug into an outlet. And then on this, there's a mode button. You'll just hit that until we see 12 volt and the AGM, because the F48 X1 uses an AGM battery. So we'll make sure that's selected, and then you'll see this bar start to jump up, going from 25, 55, 75, 100% depending on your battery life. All right, so I've selected this mode here for 12 volt AGM. You'll see that this starts to flash. It's gonna take a couple minutes to kind of read the health of your battery, but before you know it, this will go from there to 50 to 75. This battery is in very good health. It gets driven, this car gets driven quite a bit, so I'm not too worried about that. But just to kind of show you guys, for the sake of caution, definitely worth to have these for pretty much any of your cars, honestly. There are a couple steps that you do have to do in order. So first you're going to take your E-net cable, and this is your OBD side. That's going to plug into the bottom left, if you're left-hand drive, of the car. Right in front of the dead pedal, there is a port there. You're going to plug that OBD port into that top portion right there. Once that is plugged in, you will make sure that your Ethernet adapter lightning is connected securely, and then you will plug that into your phone or your iPad. You want to have the key in the cup holder, and also you're going to want to have your seatbelt fastened. Now, you don't necessarily have to wear it. I'm going to be doing this with obviously the door open, so I'm just putting the seatbelt behind me. The seatbelt is a little trick that prevents the BMW from falling asleep, if you don't know that. So now that we are connected, I'm just going to go here and do a quick screen recording so you guys can see what it is I am doing. I'm going to disable Bluetooth. Alright, and now I'm going to put car into accessory. The charger is on. So that is into accessory. I'm now going to open up, you're going to download from the App Store the Bootmod app. It's going to ask you to sign in with your username or password, or email address and password. And as you can see on this home screen, it says DME requires a bench unlock prior to tuning. So I got that unlocked, so hopefully we are good. You can see OBD is connected. So I'm going to go over to menu here, and we should see, oh, also you want to make sure headlights are off, radio is off, and air conditioning is off. Anything that takes power, even though we're hooked up to the charger, just as a precaution. So one thing I'm going to recommend is I'm going to recommend to spend the extra 50 bucks and buy the map bundle. When you get the boot mode, they give you one choice of one free map. I would say that 95% of people will choose the stage 1 map at the time of purchase. I did that with my F80 M3, and I will tell you it's almost inevitable that you will pick another map that you want to play with in the future. So I've downloaded, or I paid the extra $50 to have all the maps for the X1, X2 platform. I'm going to recommend that. Very possible I might be playing around with other maps in the future. That's foreshadowing. So I recommend that. So going to go to OTS maps, and let's see here. I want to get the Stage 1 93 octane, and that looks like that is it right there. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to say Get Tune. All right. Are you sure you'd like to acquire the Stage 1 93 octane map? And I'm going to say yes. Yes, I would. Adding Stage 1. Oh, light went off. That's all right. Success. Let me turn the light back on for you guys. I'm taking too long. All right, success. Stage 1 93 octane acquired successfully. You can now find it under My Maps screen and proceed to flash. So, okay. So now you see the stock tune, and now we see the off-the-shelf Stage 1 93 octane. So, seatbelt is on, keys are in. I'm going to turn this light off just as a precaution. Headlights off, radio off, and ladies and gentlemen, let's flash the X1. Press here to flash now. Alright, your vehicle DME software requires a bench unlock. If you'd like to proceed and flash fails, click the stock. Alright, I'm going to ignore a warning because we got it unlocked. Hopefully you won't see this. Hopefully you just have a unlocked DME, but I had to get mine unlocked as I said earlier, so I'm going to ignore warning. Ignore warnings. Ignore all future warnings? Yeah, ignore all future warnings. Confirm, battery charger is highly recommended. Headlights are off, all that good stuff. Piggyback is removed, so. Alright, as I mentioned earlier, the very first time you flash, this is usually the longest. So, we are going to see how long this takes. it is completely normal. When you flash, you're gonna see all these type of lights pop up. You hear the car making ding sounds now. Brake system warning, drive moderately, PDC malfunction. Yeah, so all these things, the car is kind of freaking out here because it's flash. What boot mode does is, though, at the end of the flash, it will clear those codes for you. So here we are, it says 1% completed. I probably will do a little bit of a time lapse here and speed through this. 95, 96, 97, 98, finishing up, and then we'll probably hear some sounds, and it says flash complete, resetting DME and bringing other ECUs out of sleep mode. There goes my light again. So that is on a timer without motion for about 5 minutes, so that was almost about 5 minutes, maybe just a couple seconds shy of 5 minutes. So I believe we just flashed the X1. Now comes the exciting part. Starting the car, we're gonna disconnect the charger real quick, start the car, and then of course go for our after ride. So let's get this disconnected and hit the road. This is a big thing for the X1, X2 platform. Like, piggybacks, they definitely have their place. They definitely do, and that video that I did with the Dyna piggyback, it still gets a lot of views, and it really is, I still stand by it, it's still a great bang for the buck, but getting a full flash and having full control over all the parameters, I'm hoping it's just gonna be stronger and healthier, safer. Oh, man, I wanna smash it so bad. It is as come on, man. There was not mid-range at all. All right, I'm gonna cut this short and go. It is what it is. So, I've gotten back from my drive, and I just will say disappointed. Very expensive disappointed so far. With this off-the-shelf Stage 1, I don't know if I feel any difference. Like, little to no difference, which is just disappointing. So, I've reached out to customer support at Bootmod. I will say they have been less than responsive. Very responsive when it comes to the S55 platform for the M3. I've gotten multiple replies, sometimes same day, sometimes, you know, a couple within a couple hours. This, I have reached out to them and it's like, we received your trouble ticket, and then ghosted. So I don't know, that's disappointing. In this video too, I also wanted to do a comparison of what the Dyna piggyback dyno was and what Bootmod's dyno was, and kind of show you, you know, the different power curve and the gain that you're getting. And since then, in the middle of this video, Bootmod has deleted that graph off their website, so I should have taken the screenshot when I had the opportunity, but now I can't show that to you because it's not there, it's not on the website. So now I'm starting to kind of put the pieces together and be like, are there gains? So here's what I'm gonna do. I am now that my DME is unlocked, which was a thing, I'm going to do what they say is not recommended. I'm going to just do Stage 2. I paid for the multi-map, and this is exactly one of the reasons why I want to do it. The whole point of this was also, in a future video, to show you comparing off-the-shelf Stage 1 and off-the-shelf Stage 2, comparing, you know, making a whole separate video going from Stage 1 to Stage 2. At this point, I just want to see what Stage 2 has to offer, because I'm not really that impressed with Stage 1. I kind of miss the... I mean, I'm not saying that the Dyna piggyback was a slap in the face, but it was clearly noticeable there was a oomph in power. And with this, It's not. So, just to let you know, they will say, there will be people out there being like, you need the supporting hardware and everything like that. Let me just tell you how many people on the S55 platform, the M2 competition, M3, M4, do not have downpipes and do stage 2 all the time, like all the time. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can tell you that people, if they do a custom map, magically their custom map makes more power on stock hardware than the off-the-shelf stage 2. So go figure. It's just a CYA for them. Of course, there's probably some little bit like life of the turbos or something like that, but honestly, nothing's gonna blow up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go from stage 1 to stage 2, and I will just give you again my honest review. All right, back in the X1, and now I am connected, and I'm not hooking up the battery tender this time because we've already done initial flash. So this one, going from stage 1 to stage 2, should go much faster. So that I'm not bothering with. I'm going to go to my maps. All right. It shows I flashed stage 1, so I'm gonna go back to off-the-shelf maps for this. I'm going to select stage 293. Stage 293 octane map failed. Why is this video so difficult? Why is this video so difficult? This video is not meant to be. Alright, here we are. Attempt 5, 6. I have lost track at this point. How many times it is taken to try to get this car to get tuned properly with boot mode. So I got an email back from the support team saying that the downloading failed map error should be fixed. So I was kind of half tempted not to record this part, and then if it did successfully flash, then start up the camera, but we'll see. If it does, then it will be a miracle, and then hopefully it'll actually feel tuned, and we'll go for a quick ride. But here we go, connecting again for like the 5th or 6th time. I can't keep track. And we'll see if we can flash it. Here we go. Connected. Okay, let's go to alright, so we don't even see my stage 1 map. Oh my goodness. So it shows that I'm not even flashed currently. Okay, whatever. Stage 2, 93. We're gonna get that. I don't care about downpipe intercooler. It does not matter. Yes, do not fail. Adding stage 293s acquired successfully. Okay. All right. So now I would like to get this, and I want to flash. Press here to flash now. Yep, I'm not worried about the battery charger. Actually, you know what? I'm curious how long this one's going to take. If this is going to be fast. Deleting existing data, please wait. So the downloading looks a little different from the ECU. It has a total ECU write time with a second and total map data written. So, going by the percentage of completion, I'm going to say that this is acting like this is a first-time flash, which is very unique. And I'm perplexed because it shows that my stage 1 was never downloaded, never flashed. It's not in my maps. I mean, I guess the fact that it's actually at least downloading now, and it's not erroring out saying I can't get it, I am just genuinely curious. When I replied back to them that yes, I was able to successfully download it, but I noticed that my map 1 that I previously downloaded was gone. I mean, any map I get should just be stored under my maps. I shouldn't have to go get them. At least that's how it's in my F80 M3. Alright, we're around 95% completed. It looks like this is going to take about 3 minutes. So 2 minutes 58 seconds was total ECU write time. Total map data written, about 4 megabytes. Clearing codes. Success. Okay. And there it is. Last flash, stage 293. Alright. Disconnect and see if this feels like a tuned car. Here we go. I'm waiting for, I think the car is about to be warmed up. Checking right now. And it says it's okay. So I'm going to go to sport mode. Put the shifter over there and give it a little juice. See what it feels like here. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. It actually feels like I can finally say this feels at least equivalent to, at a minimum, the Dyne and Piggyback that I removed. I don't know what map 1, what stage 1 was about. I don't know if it's when I say it was disappointing, I mean, that was being nice. That was basically saying, like, I didn't feel a damn difference. So it makes me wonder a bunch of things. Like, I mean, I have a video recording, I have a screenshot of it saying, hey, you downloaded it and it flashed. And then previous times when I went to go back to download stage 2, it showed me that my previous map or my last flash was a stage 1. But it's almost like there was not really that much of a difference, if anything. But there's now some noticeable torque going on. It makes me almost wonder if stage 1 even flashed. To think that there's that much of a difference between 1 and 2, there shouldn't be. I mean, that's the thing. There really shouldn't be, but I'll take it because, yeah, there's now some low-end torque, and on that pull on the highway, it had some top end that it has not had before. But if you're gonna pick one map, skip map 1. Skip off the shelf stage 1. You don't need. I know they recommend. I mean, they recommend an intercooler, and it's like, is there even really an intercooler for the X1? Does it really have cooling issues? And man, it's all right. And high flow downpipe, like I said earlier, there's so many people that do stage 2 on OEM downpipes on the M3 and M4 platform. No problem. I'm going to do another pull here. Yeah, so it's so much stronger. It is so much stronger above from brake. There is a lot more breathing up top. That is very welcome. It's smooth. It's linear. It's strong. This has been months to get to this point. I'm gonna take this back to the garage. I have to say, if you're looking for bang for the buck, this is a tough sell. If you have, a 2020 or newer, it's a tough sell. If you were in a position like me where you took your car in, it was a 2016, 17, 18, and you took it in for a recall and they did a flash and then you had to get it unlocked, this is a tough sell. Paying that extra $250-ish to get your DME unlocked, this is a tough sell. If you're looking for something healthy, robust, proper, I mean, this is the way to go. One more pull. Let's go. Yeah, it's like there's some from 55 to 7. It doesn't plateau. Okay. I actually feel like it's now alive. Wow. That has been 2 months in the making, trying to wrap this video up. So giving an honest review, this is tough. This should have been a simple, you flash it from your phone in your garage and you're done. As you can see, someone who has a high tolerance for technology, troubleshooting, tinkering with stuff, this is a tough recommendation for a lot of people. It's not the best bang for the buck. It's a more expensive option. Is it probably a little bit more powerful than a piggyback? Yeah. Is it safer? Sure. Robust. But there is something to say still for the Dyna piggyback, where you install that in 10 minutes and you get like, 80-90% of that power at like half the price. So yeah, I was not expecting to go through all this. It's been a journey, but it's done. I got the DME unlocked. I was able to flash the car. I gotta say, I don't know what is up with stage 1. My recommendation, my honest review to this would be just skip it. If you get to pick one map, just pick stage 2, 91 if you're got 91, and 93 if you have 93. There's like no difference on map 1, on off the shelf stage 1. I didn't feel any difference. So that was disappointing. But this actually feels alive. It feels pretty much close to the same in like low and mid range, but top end, it is more than the piggyback. I can feel that. I will probably do another follow-up video where I do a before and after with Draggy, so actually get some times, some hard data. I always love doing that. I know you guys enjoy that, and I will probably do that in a follow-up video, but for now, that is it. If you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the process of flashing and bootloading or anything like that, leave a comment, and if you haven't done already, please subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Out.